everybody teaming up with me now?
Yeah, we got that.
You got some friends now?
They probably thought I was Broner. We doing that.
Like we got Broner giving me
As you can tell, we're having fun here with Robert Garcia, Fernando Pimentel, the Fight Guys, with the returning crew.
Dominic Verdeen, RingTV.com and IFL. Adrien Broner.
Adrien Broner.
A.K.A. AB. And Barbershop Conversations.
And Steven Cordeño at KO Artist Sports.
As you can see, we're having fun here with Robert Garcia. We just wrapped up the Mikey Garcia versus Adrien Broner press conference. Fight's going to be in the BARCLAYS Center July 29th. Talk to us about how big this fight is. Obviously, this was a name that was thrown around for you guys since Mikey came back. But the fact that it's coming back so quickly, and it's only his third fight back, it's fighting a big name like Adrien Broner. Your thoughts?
No, it is big, and it is Mikey's biggest fight till now. You know, even though he's not even a world title fight, Mikey's fought 3 world champions to become a 3-division champion. This is the biggest name out there for Mikey. And you know, when Mikey started communicating with Showtime, they did mention the fight with Broner, but it did come sooner than what we or anybody expected. You know, but. Mikey decided to take on the fight because there was other offers. You know, they had already reserved that date here in Southern California a week before, on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, for Mikey to come back and get a title defense. But the names that were mentioned were just didn't interest Mike. They didn't interest me either. So when Mikey, you know, didn't want to take those fights, they asked me, well, look, Broner's also looking to fight sometime in July. You know, and it was easy to make. It was easy, perfect timing, and they were both ready. They both agreed, and now we're on.
I think the biggest questions surrounding this fight is, will Adrien Broner make weight? Will Adrien Broner stay out of trouble? He's always getting in trouble with the law. And his lifestyle. Those are the biggest questions. Do you think that he will make weight and stay out of trouble?
I really think so. Look, Adrien Broner is taking this fight seriously. He knows it's pretty much give or take for him, you know, do or die. They changed camp to Colorado,
yeah,
so that means he's focused and he's training hard. I don't think there's any way he could get in trouble in Colorado in the mountains where he's going to be at.
He'll find a way.
Ask Mike Alvarado. Ask Mike Alvarado.
He'll link up with Mike. And
maybe he'll team up with Alvarado. You know? I don't know.
It's the first state to legalize marijuana, I think.
It looks true. It's true.
We're fighting all kind of problems.
You're right. So then again, I don't know if he's gonna make weight. Especially if he's gonna be smoking weed and he's gonna be eating a lot too. I don't know. He's focused. The way it seems, he's focused, and he knows it's a big opportunity for him to come back and do good and perform well. You know, he's always giving everybody, you know, giving us good, entertaining fights. I think he will. You know, the way he talked about it yesterday in New York. He didn't mention it this time, but you know, he mentioned, you know, there's no way I could give out $1 because, you know, he mentioned his baby mamas and all his kids, but he also mentioned a big fine that I don't know if that's what it is. Mikey hasn't told me anything, but he mentioned a big
500,000, yeah.
If he doesn't make weight. So maybe that could be the deal. You know, if you don't make weight, that's how much you're gonna lose. And of course, he doesn't want to give up that kind of money.
I noticed the size differential when they face off. How do you combat the size? Because we know he's gonna come in 160, maybe 165, or maybe somewhere 155, 165. How do you offset the strength, quote unquote, strength advantage and size advantage Broner may have?
Well, look, he is very strong, and we were with him, against him with Maidana, and Maidana's very strong also, very strong physically, and Maidana told me that he's the strongest fighter he's ever faced. So yes, he probably will be coming in at 60, 65, like you just said. He's gonna be heavy and he's gonna be strong. But Mikey's also very strong. You know, Mikey physically, he's very strong. You know, the power that Mikey's got is very few in that weight division could have that power. You know, and I'm not just saying it because I'm his trainer and I feel it. I could tell you Mikey hits hard. The way I know it, Mikey hits harder than Maidana. Sparring partners have said it. Brandon Rios has sparred Maidana, Matisse, and a lot of super welterweights in my gym. and Brandon has always said that the hardest he's ever been hit is against Mikey, and that's comparing him to Matisse and Maidana. So you know that you know I'm not the one saying it. We also have other sparring partners that have sparred other big names in boxing that are champions at 160, and they tell us Mikey hits harder than them. So it's just the power that Mikey has is you know it's that type of power like a Edwin Valero had, or a Triple G had, you know, or a Triple G has right now at 160. You know what I mean? You know, I know Triple G's his power is so hard that I'm pretty sure he hits harder than a lot of heavyweights. 'Cause, you know, he just got insane power. Valero had the power he had at 135 was probably harder than a lot of 160 pounders. So I think Mikey's in that same, you know, with his power. I think he's around the same in that range. You know, Mikey. Everybody says it. You know, all the sparring partners say Mikey hits like a middleweight. You know, so. In the ring, I think Broner's gonna feel Mikey's power too, you know, and it's gonna be a fight where both of them are strong, both of them are powerful, because Broner also hits very hard. He's got pop. You know, he hurt Maidana in the 11th and 12th round. Maidana told us he dropped Sean Porter in the last round, so he does carry his power to the last round. So it's not gonna be easy.
You're speaking on Mikey's power and how it's probably comparable to like junior middleweights, world middleweights. I've heard Mikey talk about after this fight, kind of win or lose, he's going back down to 135. If he does look great against Broner, why not stay at 140 and, you know, maybe attempt a Crawford fight or some of the kind of names at 140?
Well, you know, the reason he's saying that is because Mikey wants to be able to unify his title. He wants to be a 2 or 3 champion at the same weight class. He hasn't been able to do it at featherweight or junior lightweight, and I know that's what he wants. He wants to get that WBO title, so he might want to, you know, preferably fight Flanagan. But Linares is also available, and Linares is a big name for Southern California, would be huge. So that's the reason he's saying it. But look, if everything goes well and Mikey looks spectacular against Broner, then I think there's gonna be bigger fights, maybe at 140 or even at welterweight. I'm sure they're going to be talking about Mikey possibly fighting Pacquiao. They've already mentioned it, you know, a couple times. Freddie Roach has mentioned it. I've talked to top rank people. They like that fight. So if Mikey looks great against Broner and wins, you know, convincingly, they might even mention a fight with Pacquiao or any of those top fighters at welterweight or 140. So maybe the best thing would be to stay there or move up. Maybe Mikey doesn't have to come in at welterweight. Pacquiao never comes in at welterweight, you know, 42, 43, 44, somewhere around there. Why wouldn't we do something like that? But Mikey would love to come down, unify his title, defend his title, and unify and fight some of those champions there. But, you know, I know that, you know, beating Broner would be bigger fights at.
I was just going to say, I feel like beating Broner, especially if it's a spectacular fashion, puts his name on those level as Crawford and Pacquiao.
That's why I think Mikey beating Broner and beating him, you know, in a spectacular way. There's no meaning to come down to 135. The only fight that would probably make a little bit of sense would be against Lomachenko if he decided to move up to 135. But then by then, people would probably even see it as a mismatch, because I think Lomachenko might be a little bit too small, especially if Mikey performs well against Broner. Then Lomachenko's moving up from 130. It'd be a mismatch. That's what I think. But if that calls for a big fight and they're willing to do it, Lomachenko says he wants to do it, then we would love to.
Obviously, Leonard Ellerby, while we were just talking to him, said that he doesn't expect this fight, or don't be surprised that this fight doesn't go to full 12. What are your thoughts? Where do you think this fight goes? Do you think it's going to be one of those back and forth affairs where it's going to end 12 rounds, it's going to be an exciting fight, or do you really feel like maybe it will not go those full 12 rounds?
Look, Mikey has the power, and if he lands that one punch, Mikey could hurt Broner and knock him out. But Broner could take a punch. Broner's very strong. He took Maidana's punches. He was able to come back strong and finish strong, so he's not easy to get knocked out. He's never been knocked out. He's been down twice, but never out. It's not going to be easy to knock Broner out. I think Mikey has the power to knock him out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes a distance also.
Final questions, guys?
Who do you think Ellie's gonna pick in this fight?
He doesn't pick nobody, that fucker. I don't know why. I don't even know why I still allow him in my gym. He still has to give me. No, it's
Does he still go to your gym?
The fans.
Does he still go to your gym, or does he Snow Queen that he sends all the time?
He sends Snow Queen most of the time. Yeah, he always gonna be a great fight. The fans are gonna love it. Motherfucker, you don't. You're not saying
Oh man, Steven, another final
That's good.
question.
No.
All right, anything you gotta say to the fans? You know, where they can follow you, where they can get to know more about the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy guys up in Riverside, up in Texas, and just give us a list.
Now. Congratulations.
Give the stable of fighters that you have. You know, we got Franco, Tanahara. So just let fans
we
know.
know I can't mention them all because it's like at least 15 of them. Okay. But they're all very talented. You know, some fight for Golden Boy promotion, some fight for Top Rank, and others fight for Richard Schaefer. So you know, just follow up on those guys. They're getting started. You know, they're not the only one that's probably closer to maybe anything bigger in the future. Is Joshua Franco, who just won a small youth title on an 8-rounder. So you know, the rest are 4 and 6 rounders. But little by little, you know, 2-3 years from now, people will know, you know, who these kids are. And my gym in San Antonio has some talented kids over there, man. You know, 5-6 years from now, those kids that are, you know, like right now we have the Tanajaras and the Francos, the Navarros, and those kids are going to be those kids 5-6 years from now. We have some talent in San Antonio. You know, here in California, I don't do my amateur program anymore because in Riverside it's a private gym with only professional fighters. So I can't talk about future fighters from my gym in California, but the ones in San Antonio are some talented fighters.
And we've seen a lot of your kids on the Velasco.
Oh, those
LA Fight Club,
they're coming up. You know, they're 9-0, 10-0, 11-0. But little by little, they're building up. You know, 2 years from now, they could be 20-0, and people will start knowing who they are.
Let me ask one
Go
question.
ahead.
I noticed. Well, we all noticed that Mayweather Promotions did not get Mikey Garcia. Does it bother you that they're the lead promoter in this fight, and Leonard Elby made it clear he's going to stop your brother in under 12 rounds?
Look, it doesn't bother me because Mayweather Promotion is here to promote their fight. I'm pretty sure. You know, they need to be involved. You know, we have no problem with Mayweather being part of the promotion. You know, Mayweather didn't sign Mikey because Mikey didn't want to sign with Mayweather. Obviously, that's a simple fact. You know, Mikey didn't want to sign with Mayweather or anybody else. Mikey hasn't signed with nobody else. Mikey wants to be a free agent and wants to do the work the way he's doing it. You know, he's getting Broner. He could get Pacquiao next. He could get Lomachenko after that.
Yeah.
You know, Linares with Golden Boy. So I think that's the smart way to do it for Mikey. You know, he's in maybe 4 years ago, maybe Mikey wouldn't be able to do something like this, but now he's in the position to do stuff like that. You know, of course, Leonard and them, they're gonna pick Broner because you know they've been friends for a while. Mikey did not become their friends. Mikey did not sign with Mayweather. Mayweather thought Mikey was already his fighter. That was never the case. You know, Mikey was never even planning on signing with Mayweather.
Well, I'd like to thank you for your time, Robert. But we gotta go because they're kicking us out. So July 29th, Showtime. Adrien Broner versus Mikey Garcia, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. Once again, check out that card. Again, Fight Guys, I'd like to thank you for your time. I'm Fernando Pimentel for BehindTheGloves.com.
Dominic Verdine, RingTV.com.
Frederick Hawthorne, Barbershop Conversations.
Stephen Cadeno, KO Artist.
Saying we'll see you guys
Where's
at the fight.
CS News? Shit.